Wow said, I've got a book on Carlos Perez, and he pretty much pitches me the same way every time. His 4th triple of the year, cleared the bases. Cardinals up 4-love. Carlos Perez, 0-6 in his last 10 starts. Don't throw the cooler. Don't do that. He said afterwards, same old thing. I was under pressure all the time. Cardinals win at 7-zip. Donovan Osborne wins for the first time since last August 31st. The Expos, who lost 15-0 to Houston Sunday, haven't scored in 21 innings. The game matched the National League's highest and lowest scoring teams for the 4th time in 9 days. Montreal gets another shot Tuesday. Cliff Polite looks to go 3-1 when he faces the Expos' Dustin Hermanson. Still to come, we will break down how the Spurs broke down the Suns. And Shane Corson for the Canadians rocking Pittsburgh to death. That and more coming. SportsCenter coming back.
I won't rest until every thirsty beer-drinking adult has a cold Coors Light in his hands. Rest. Rest is for the peanut vendors and the nacho guys. The folks who frost brew Coors Light, they don't rest until it's perfectly refreshing. And it's my job to get it to you that way. Oh, there's no rest for the bear man, not until every fan here is refreshed.
Joey, you ready?
I think everyone here is pretty refreshed, right?
Why is America on America Online?
The internet, email, instant messages.
No more computer mumbo-jumbo. AOL now offers more benefits, and we've spent over $500 million to triple capacity.
If I can do it, anyone can.
So easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
I have visions of future baseball. I've seen a picture with as much power, with more power than Walter Johnson. I've seen this. I have seen visions of a time when the home run slugger and the scientist will be reconciled.
Back to Ice Capades, Penguins and Habs. Pens unbeaten in the Molson Center this year. Game 3 beforehand. Whoa, ho, ho.
Everybody,
Where's Carl Douglas when you need him? Jaromir Jagr going through that workout first period. No score, Jagr. That's how karate stuff works. His first goal of the playoffs is 1-0 Penguins. Later in the first period, Patrice Brisebois head and shoulders first into the boards trying to check Robert Lang. Brisebois helped off the ice. Didn't return in the first, but did play the rest of the game because he's a hockey player. Montreal, meanwhile, keeping Jagr in check after his goal. Dave Manson all over him, riding him, and then getting him right there. Again, hit the high notes now. 1-1 after the first. Second period, Montreal's on the power play. Shane Corson. Couple of chances in tight. Vincent Damphousse has tried again, Shane. He does, and he scores his first goal of the playoffs. Canadiens up 2-1. Third period, same score. Mark Rece centers across to Corson. Puts it in the back of the net. Montreal has struggled at home this season during the regular season, but they win this one, and they're up in the series 2-1 by virtue of the 3-1 win. It's only the Habs' second ever playoff win at the Molson Center, and it comes after a regular season in which they had their worst winning percentage at home since 1940.
Here's the beauty of sports. In the big scheme of things, it doesn't matter that the Blues lead the Kings 3-zip. It doesn't matter that the Lightning had the worst record in the NHL this year. Word out of Tampa Bay is John Cullen is cancer-free. 13 months ago, Cullen was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma after months of chemotherapy, then a bone marrow transplant, and then even more radical chemo. Doctors say the cancer is gone, so the guy with 550 career points will be at camp next year.
Best news we've had in a while. Last time CART had an event rained out without a wheel turning on the track, Reagan was in the White House, Nina Blackwood was on MTV, and Spicoli was at Ridgemont High in theaters. 1982. Fast Times at Nazareth Speedway had to wait a day after rain on Sunday. Michael Andretti hoped the good thing that would come from his wait, a record-tying third win on his home track. Emerson Fittipaldi won 3 times at Nazareth, and we're on board with Andretti, who passed the outside pole man Greg Moore and got the early lead. But some problems in the pits. Scott Pruitt, whoa, he's on fire. Throw some water on that, put that thing out. And check out the fuel guy from Martin Blundell's team. Oh, if you've been injured in an accident, get a lawyer. He would be okay, he would stay in the race because he's a fuel guy. In the car with Andretti again on a restart, and he wrecked. Spun out on the cold track. He led all 102 green flag laps he raced, but he was done for the day there. Back to the race, Jimmy Fasser passing Max Pappas on the inside. Back in 4th place, Matteo Gugelmin, racing deal. Tire clonked him on the back of the head. And Gugelmin had to be helped out of his race car and taken away on a stretcher. At the finish, Jimmy Vasser, the 1996 PPG Cup champion, just ahead of his teammate Alex Zanardi, and Vasser wins it, his 6th career kart win. The Target Ganassi drivers, who have won the last 2 championships, get the team's first ever win on an oval of less than a mile and a half. Vasser gets the win. Zanardi takes over the points lead by 1 over Greg Moore. Still to come on SportsCenter. We'll take a look at the Spurs and the Suns and how the Spurs broke the Phoenix Suns down. It might not be the way you think. And Ricky has no splaining to do for this swing, but what excuse would explain the end of the Astros-Mets matinee?
Completely restyled the Katana 600 and 750, from their dual halogen headlights to their 4-into-1 stainless steel exhausts.
Same time tomorrow?
Yeah. So now they're just as impressive on the outside as they've always been on the inside.
I'm Ironhead Hayward, and I challenge you to try Zest deodorant body wash.
But Ironhead, what's with this thingy?
That lather builder works with Zest body wash to give you twice the fresh-smelling lather of this bar, and it rinses cleaner.
But Ironhead...
Oh, quit crying and try it for a week. If Zest body wash doesn't give you cleaner, more refreshed skin than these, call 1-888-BEST-LATHER, and they'll buy you a bar of yours.
Zest body wash. Get cleaner, more refreshed.
Get Zestfully clean.
What's my prize? Simple. To create a sports magazine readers love. What's the word on Phil Jackson? Why is Jerry Krause breaking his horns? Dennis, Scotty, Michael, are they completely unstoppable or just totally unbeatable? And hockey, lots of hockey. Print it, baby.
To the house, Lee Mazzilli-Bill. Astros and the Mets, top of the second. Scoreless, Rick Reed was in control. Carl Everett, a re-spring. Top of the 4th, still scoreless. Jeff Bagwell, swinging and sitting down. Met closer John Franco worked just once in the last 7 days, thinking he'd have another day off on Monday. Bottom of the 4th, Bernard Gilkey's replacement, Jim Tatum. His first non-pinch hit career homer, 3rd of his career overall, 2-0 Mets. Top 7, Reed still cruising. Moises Alou. Reed went 8, gave up 4 hits, struck out 6. Top 9, Mets up 3-1. John Franco perfect in 5 save opportunities on the year, but he walked the first guy, Derek Bell. After a Bagwell single, Franco walked Bill Spires to load the bases. Couple of sac flies tied it at 3, and then Tony Eusebio, who came in as a defensive replacement, provides some offense. Doubling to right. Spires scores. Richard Hidalgo going to try it. Smoked meat, not getting it done. He's out. Astros still up 4-3. Meanwhile, Billy Wagner comes in. Edgardo Alfonso, sit on it. Fonzie. Wagner's 6th save of the season, and Franco blowing his first save of the year as the Astros come back to win it 4-3. Larry Durker says rallying for 3 runs in the 9th only happens 2 or 3 times a year, and that's a very special win. His club has won 8 of 10. Mets and Astros now move to Houston for a 3-game set. This was a makeup of a rainout. Al Leiter looking for his 4th win for New York. Phillies just 2-8 on the road at Riverfront, taking on the Reds. Eddie Taubensee, bottom 9. Guess Slider got it. It was tied up at 1, and he took Darren Winston right out of the yard. 2nd job of the year for Taubensee as the Reds go on to win it by a count of 3-1. Taubensee getting it done in the clutch. He's batting .500, 11 for 22 with runners in scoring position. That was Cincinnati's first homer off a lefty this year. Garrett Stevenson looking for his first win in 5 starts in Cincinnati on Tuesday.
Still ahead, more baseball. David Justice went deep, but there's no I in team, and the team isn't winning. Back out to San Antonio, where the Spurs are hoping the brand new Rookie of the Year could come correct. We're back.
How you doing?
I'm still saving money.
How about a call from L.A. to Mexico City? It's $23.80 with AT&T.
It's only $8.80 with 10321.
Impressive.
Just dial 10321, then the number as usual.
I'm speechless.
We're looking at a new species.
You don't even know what the hell it is.
He's too fast. The target's heading right at us.
Where'd he go?
Godzilla. Rated PG-13. Opens everywhere Wednesday, May 20th.
Who's looking after your money? You do have goals to reach. Are mutual funds getting you there? How do they see things? At Janus, they look for opportunities one at a time. Not categories, not trends. Just great companies to invest in, no matter what the market's doing. You can find them if you look hard enough. And Janus does. Get there. Janus No-Load Mutual Funds.
Corporation. It's how we build great cars and great trucks.
A Tribe Called Cleveland and a quest off the Dan Ryan Expressway against the Chi Sox. Back in 1991, Chad Ogea and Mike Soroka were teammates in the NCAA champion LSU Tigers. Monday, they faced each other. Bottom four, Mike Caruso lines one to right. Will Cordero and Charlie O'Brien come around to score on Caruso's second triple of the year. He was 2 for 4 hitting, 3-2 White Sox. Top 5, 4-2 Chi Sox. David Justice. Off the hook. 6th home run of the year. 4th jack in his last 7 games. 4-3 White Sox. Justice drove in all 3 Indian runs. Chad Ogea would leave in the 5th, down 5-3. Meanwhile, Soroka was the truth. Kenny Lofton chasing a bender. Soroka 7 innings, 5 Ks for his 4th straight win. White Sox rolled 10-3. Robin Ventura had a 4-hit game, his 3rd of the season. This one sends the Tribe to their 8th loss in their last 11 games. Tuesday, these two hook up again. Charles Nagy goes for his 3rd win against winless Jason Beret. The Devil Rays blew leads of 5-0 and 6-5 and fall to the Oakland A's 7-6. It's Tampa Bay's 6th loss in 7 games, and they blow Fred McGriff's 30th career multi-homer game. The Devil Rays a game below 500 for the first time since opening day. On Tuesday, Rick Tailgater looks for his 1st win of the season. As these two go at it again, Johnson goes for Tampa Bay. The Mariners and Royals rained out in Kansas City. No makeup date was announced. Randy Johnson faces Tim Belcher on Tuesday. Royals manager Tony Muser ran position players through a 20-minute workout in the rain after the game was postponed. It's probably unusual, Muser admitted. It gives me good feedback, though, on who wanted to go home and who wanted to stay. Hall of Fame pitcher Juan Marichal was in serious but stable condition in a Santo Domingo hospital late Monday after sustaining serious head injuries in a car accident. The 60-year-old Marichal, the Dominican Republic sports minister, was a passenger in a sports utility vehicle that ran off the highway.
Tim Duncan had 22 points, 14 rebounds. David Robinson, 17 and 12. Just what you'd expect from the Spurs' big men against the Suns. But in the playoffs, it's often who delivers the unexpected that determines who wins a game, especially in an evenly matched series. The unanticipated appearance and disappearance of the Spurs and Suns' respective perimeter games, the subject of our breakdown. Given, the bigger team will out-rebound the smaller team, which is what the Spurs did. San Antonio held a 102-86 rebounding edge through 2 games. Given, the team with more healthy perimeter players will outshoot the bigger team from the outside. That's what the Suns did to the Spurs, but just barely. Phoenix hit just 1 more three-pointer through 2 games than the Spurs did. While Phoenix entered Game 3 hoping George McCloud could repeat his 6 for 7 performance from beyond the arc in Game 2, San Antonio was just hoping for an outside shooting performance, period. While the inside tandem of Duncan and Robinson did what they've been doing all season, own the paint and complement one another's missed shots with offensive boards and putbacks, the men on the perimeter provided long-range support. The rifleman Chuck Person came off the bench to nail consecutive threes, and Jaren Jackson also added one in the half. A Phoenix bomb from McLeod at the end of the half was misleading. While the Suns tied the game at the break, it would be one of only 2 triples they would score all night. Clearly a reversal of fortune.
I think it was important for us tonight to really be aggressive, looking for our shots and getting some things going. It really seemed to help. I mean, I think early on we had great aggressiveness going to the rim and a lot of aggressiveness shooting the ball.
As one perennial gunner, Rex Chapman nursed a tender left hamstring that limited him to 1 of 9 shooting in Game 3. Another person overcame his season-long aches and pains to produce 3 triples and 9 points off the bench. But it was the marksmanship of Jaren Jackson that would finally bury the Suns in Game 3. Jackson's 18 points on 6 of 8 shooting included 4 of 5 marksmanship from behind the arc. Not bad for a guy who was a surprise starter in the San Antonio lineup. When this J fell, the Spurs took a 19-point lead with 3.5 to play. Complementing Jackson and Person's long-range attack, Benny Del Negro, whose 18 points surpassed his combined output from Games 1 and 2.
Jaren and Vinny were fantastic. You know, even when they missed a couple early, they were looking for their shots, and they made those guys stay back on their heels a little bit.
With an ailing Rex Chapman and coming off a 41% shooting performance in Game 3, Phoenix will have to regain its perimeter touch quickly, or else the last dance for this 56-win team will come in the first round.
Rece, can I thank you?
You're welcome.
Thanks, Rece. Still ahead, a tough guy turned playmaker, Matthew Barnaby, giving out love like he's capable of giving out knuckle sandwiches.
Live from Tijuana Taxi, where every night is party night. Don't miss Eau Claire's happiest happy hour from 4 till 7 p.m. nightly for $1.25 tap beer and $1.75 well drinks and bottled beer. Monday is birthday night, and if it's your birthday month, the goodies are for you. Tuesday is country night at Tijuana Taxi with free line dance lessons and the hottest country all night long. And on Wednesdays, enjoy free tacos from 5 till 7. Every night is party night at Tijuana Taxi Company in the East Ridge Center.
Take a degree in natural resources and 22 years of combined Chippewa Valley lawn care experience, and your grass will turn green with envy. Greener Images is thinking spring with their affordable prices.
Randy and I will take 50% off your first application of a fertilizer weed control program when you switch to Greener Images, and we guarantee to apply it by May 15th.
Greener Images fits your schedule, not theirs. Plus, you get free service calls and estimates. Call Greener Images today and keep the green on your lawn and in your wallet.
The legendary band like the Bay City Rollers ought to rock and roll. The seniors ought to golf. They've endured decades on the road. They've transcended generations of hairstyles. And they can still get out in front of a frenzied crowd and tear the roof off this mother!
Any which way you want it, the Sabres delivered it against the Flyers Monday night. Shorthanded, done. Twice. Power play, done. Even strength, done. As Flyer coach Roger Nelson admitted, when you give up 2 shorthanded goals, you know it's not your night. Raj, it's also not your night when the guy who led the Sabres in penalty minutes during the season and 6th highest penalty minutes in the league, Matthew Barnaby, comes up with a huge assist. Barnaby hung out with our Bill Clement afterward.
Well, the Buffalo Sabres made it look easy tonight, and one of the guys that helped make it look easy with a big assist was Matthew Barnaby. But I got to ask you, what is the checklist that you guys go over before the game against the Flyers? What does Lindy Ruff talk about?
Well, I think, first of all, we want to contain that big line, and we all know how good they are and how big they are and how physical they're going to be every night. So we just run over like a little checklist, like you said, contain them, and, you know, you're not going to contain them every night, but as long as you contain them a couple nights, you're going to be okay. But that and just match them physically. If we can match them physically, we're going to do all right, and so far we've done that.
Well, that also is pretty surprising because they're a much bigger team than you guys are, but that doesn't seem to faze you guys a bit.
We got a lot of guys with a lot of spunk and a lot of character. They work hard every night. They're great guys, and they want to win, and so far they're proving it. So if we can match them, it's not always the biggest guys that win. It's the guys that want it the most, and fortunately both teams have wanted it pretty bad, but we're up 1 game, we'll take that.
Another beautiful assist for you tonight, and you've picked up 3 assists now in 3 games, so you've proven to the world that you're a playmaker. but you're pretty well recognized as a tough guy around the league. Is it important for you that the rest of the world knows that you're a player, too?
I don't know. I might have made a little lucky lately, but, you know, it's nice. You don't want to be known as a tough guy. I want to play in this league a lot of years, and hopefully I can add some points like I did in the minor leagues and in junior. That's something I pride myself on, and the coaching staff have given me a lot of chance on the power play, so hopefully it'll keep up.
Your wife, Christine, is due on Saturday. Is she going to be able to wait long enough for you to be there?
She better. The coaches and GM told me she better wait it off, and we'll hold it off. But it looks like by Saturday, if she hasn't, we'll be able to plan the day, so we won't miss any games.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Matthew Barnaby's going to have a baby. The Sabres go up 2-1. What could be better here in Buffalo?
Thanks, Bill. Congratulations, Matthew. Bruins try to regroup and even the series at home. Game 4, Capitals-Bruins, Tuesday, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN.
Bill Elliott took a nasty ride Sunday at Talladega, but the drivers weren't the only ones feeling the bumps from weekend wrecks. John Kernan has turned on his turn signal, and he's merging into the fast lane.
This is the latest video game we're developing, and this is our inspiration, my Volkswagen Jetta. Excellent. When you write code for 15 hours straight, you gotta get out. The Jetta is a real German road car with plenty of room for 4 carbon-based life forms. It's got dual airbags, daytime running lights, and side impact door beams. Because in real life, there is no reset button. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers.
You ever been convicted of a felony or a misdemeanor? Have you ever knowingly returned a videotape without rewinding it first? Have you ever purchased support hose? Have you ever worn support hose for purposes other than support?
If you have to ask if you have the right internet service for your company, you don't. If you have to ask if you have high-speed access, you don't. If you have to ask if you've outgrown your existing connection, you have. Now call us. PSI Net with a single focus, the internet. And if you're wondering whether your business depends on the call, it does. PSI Net, the internet starts here.
You know all those stories you hear about how good it was and how much fun we had and how young we all used to be, about how much it all mattered and how much we all cared and how no one has ever done it higher or faster or harder or better. All those stories you hear, they're all true.
Favorite Trick, the horse of the year and among the top contenders for the Kentucky Derby, stumbled during a workout Monday at Churchill Downs, but apparently the horse is in good shape. Trainer Bill Mott said Favorite Trick must have hit a divot in the track. Trick won his first 9 races before a third-place finish at the Arkansas Derby.
Bobby Labonte's name can now be mentioned alongside the King, Richard Petty. They are the only 2 men ever to pilot Pontiacs to victory lane at Talladega. Labonte's win in Sunday's Die Hard 500 was also the first ever restrictor plate race win for Pontiac. But John Kernan tells us in the fast lane the winner wasn't the only one causing much rejoicing.
Busch Series driver Randy LaJoie continued to impress the Winston Cup circuit with the top 10 finish Sunday in the Die Hard 500 at Talladega. In the 5 races LaJoie has driven Ricky Craven's car, he's posted 1 top 5 and 3 top 10 finishes.
I tell you, he's done a very good job. He's brought us from 24th in points to 17th in points now. We're like, I think 111 points out of 10. He's done a very good job for us. He's took care of our equipment. Very easy to work with, and all the guys are real pleased with him right now.
First says Craven will likely get back into the car later this summer at one of the team's tests to see how far along the road to recovery Ricky is. The plans are now for LaJoie to stay in the 50 car through the Dover race the end of May. After that, Randy's Busch Series schedule begins to conflict with the Winston Cup schedule.
Tuesday, the team plans to announce the driver who will take over relief duties at Richmond the first weekend of June. Among the candidates, Wally Dallenbach Jr. Sources tell me he is leaving the number 46 Sabco racing team and will be replaced by Morgan Shepherd. Shepherd had been driving in relief of the injured Mike Skinner. Dallenbach is also a candidate to fill in that car, too. Jeff Bodine missed his first race of the season when he failed to qualify for Sunday's Die Hard 500 at Talladega. Even though Bodine had been making races, he'd experienced a rough season, with only one top 5 finish and 5 finishes of 31st or worse through the first 8 races. So last week, the team decided to release crew chief Tim Brewer and replace him with Pete Peterson, who had previously worked as Darrell Waltrip's crew chief. Racing at Talladega proved dangerous not only to drivers but also to some fans over the weekend. 4 fans were injured by flying debris after one of the many crashes during Saturday's Busch Series race. 3 of the fans were treated at the scene for cuts and bruises, but a female fan required surgery on her right hand after receiving a complex laceration. From the fast lane, John Kernan, ESPN.
All right, John, the California 500 next up for the gentlemen of Winston Cup, and you can see it right here on ESPN Sunday, 3:30 Eastern. RPM tonight, by the way, in Fontana all weekend on the Deuce, starting Friday at 7 Eastern.
Fast Lane is brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. At Napa, we keep America running.
Coming up, there may be no place like home, but we'll tell you something you may not know about home being nowhere in the NBA playoffs.
I don't ask for directions when I'm lost, and I don't read the instructions when I'm putting my kids' toys together. And I don't need help fixing my car. My friends, they go to Napa, where they get this expert advice from ASE certified professionals, which is great for them. They weren't born with the mechanical ability I was. If I can install a satellite dish, I can fix my own car. Honey, where's the duct tape?
From the depths of the Pacific, nature's biggest mystery is about to become man's greatest challenge. Godzilla with PG-13 opens everywhere Wednesday, May 20th.
I'm Ironhead Hayward, and I challenge you to get cleaner, more refreshed with Zest Deodorant Body Wash.
But Ironhead, I was gonna try it.
Well, quit crying and get to it.
Zest Body Wash. Get cleaner, more refreshed.
Get zestfully clean.
From Friday morning's breakfast at Churchill Downs to highlights of the race immediately after its run on Saturday. Tune into ESPN and ESPN2. It's the Run for the Roses on ABC, and it's a weekend of winning Derby coverage beginning Friday only on ESPN and ESPN2.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Corona Beer. Change your whole latitude with Corona Extra.
Well, the Cavs snapped a 7-game home playoff losing streak on Monday, Stuart.
Yeah, but it is not a record. Did you know the team with the most consecutive playoff losses at home? The 76ers. Philly lost 9 straight from 68 through 71, despite the presence of Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer on the floor. I just want to say, it's a very nice jacket.
I know, you've got excellent taste in clothes. I'm Rece Davis.
I'm Stuart Scott. See you.
Bye.